It's the Woo versus some dude named Andy. No, I'm just kidding. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Super Metroid Map Randomizer. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all of you. I'm WXFan21. Anthony with me on commentary. What's up, buddy?
Not too much, man. How you doing?
Doing good. I've been looking forward to this one. And of course, we have who I might consider literally the MVP of this tournament so far, and that's NN over on tracking. Let me just point this out. As much as I do commentary, Anthony, that's nice, but these get restreamed purely due to having a tracker. So make sure you show NN some love in the Twitch chat. But here we go. We're gonna get things set and started.
Oh, bombs and morph like right next to each other, but inaccessible.
So rude.
So we need speed first to get that morph, so that we can get bombs. And that crab is trying to get some Andy there.
Yeah. All right. So we're getting all the streams synced up for you. Don't worry.
Nice early E-Tank. Oh yeah.
But go ahead. I'm making sure we're set over here. So you.
All right, cool. Yeah. So we got a double suit preset here for our first race. That means that they start with both suits, Varia and Gravity. So with these, the logic is 100% taken into account with your starting items. So that's why we see them here starting at Main Street. Any of these doors down here will totally be in logic because they'll be able to get back out because they have gravity. So it's something to kind of keep in mind during this. And with that, I feel like these seeds are incredibly open. So because a lot of the heated rooms and stuff normally would be kind of locked out if you don't have Varia. And a lot of these water rooms like Main Street here would be locked out without gravity. So it kind of makes the whole map a little bit more winding in general sense.
So, with this being said, I want to go over some housekeeping here, as the racers are still looking for their morph ball. Sunwoo, this is his second official game. Sunwufarmer defeated Yuzu 2-0 in round number 1. Andy, the 12th seed, sunwufarmer, the 21st seed. Winner of this goes on to face the winner of Zeb versus Log D-Rab. Right, I'd say that 10 times fast. So this is going to be a good one. Both of the, obviously Andy's more from A Link to the Past. Done a lot of those types of randomizers, the SMZ3s. Sunwoo, Anthony, also does plenty of the SMZ3s as well. So this will be interesting to see. We know Andy went pretty far in the inaugural tournament. What are you expecting out of both racers here?
So I feel like like season 1, Andy was a little bit weaker than a lot of the our kind of like higher level players, but because the map arena has a lot to learn, and a lot of people already had months, years in map arena before like all these races started, and now he kind of got prepared for GDQ, that race between him and Eddie and Oates and Emmett. So I think he's had a lot of preparation and settings very, very close to this. I think that was second season settings for that. So I expect him to do a very strong, have a very strong performance. He's just very, very good at randomizers in general, even if it's not necessarily map rando. Just having that like knowledge and intuition on what the randomizer is saying is definitely a huge advantage. But I think Sunwoo is a bit more focused with Metroid, so I think there's definitely the possibility, and he's been putting in a lot of work with map randos this season. So there's definitely a strong.
Upset potential, if you will, Anthony. Upset potential.
Definitely. And now our racers here are getting bombs here pretty soon, having found that morph and everything. And I think someone's kind of a little bit in the lead right now, not by a whole lot. Andy did find a missile pack. Maybe someone will accidentally go back and find that. But yeah.
Yep. So, I mean, look, I'm just gonna get the biased cat out of the way with. Anthony and Sunwoo are really good friends with each other, and I'm gonna try to keep Anthony as unbiased as possible. I will yeet him out of the Discord. I'm kidding. I will not actually be doing that. Okay, I'm also gonna call myself out because I'm also friends with both Anthony and Sunwoo, so there's a reason I'm on comms for a majority of their races, but still, we have an unbiased commentary, shall we say, even though we are friends of them. I really want to see Andy turn out some really good performances in this tournament. You mentioned him having a good sense of intuition being a randomizer runner. I think it's more than just intuition. I think he understands the logic of how randomizers are supposed to work. Now, does he have as much with Map Rando? Probably not. Sunwoo has been putting in a lot of work, and he literally just got done with a Link to the Past randomizer before this race started. So, does that come into it? Do you maybe overthink some of the logic if you're somebody like Andy? I mean, heck, for that matter, Sunwoo and anyone else in this tournament, we've seen overuse of logic just be insane. But right now, purely on movement, Andy just overtook what little bit of a lead Sunwoo had.
Yeah, some was kind of stumbling a little bit here and there in these like little tricks, and yeah, I think that's another thing that Andy has. He's been streaming for a long time and doing all these tournaments and everything for a long time, and someone who's been doing it for quite a while too. But just being comfortable in those situations and everything like that, just really prepare you for any of those kind of like little hiccups that you might encounter. And I think there's like less chance to kind of start throwing or anything like that the more experienced you are.
Hi, Craig.
Yeah, first boss here.
Everyone say hi to Craig.
No prom today. Very nice quick kill for Andy.
Now everybody say bye, Craig. Bye, Craig.
Oh yeah, don't want to do that room right now. It'd be pretty tough. I mean, speed makes it possible, but probably not worth the chance of dying and everything from those pirates. They do a lot of damage.
So, something I want to ask, this is more for all of you viewers out there. If somebody could please do me a favor. If one of you could put exclamation point R, exclamation point C, exclamation point bracket, and exclamation point SMRMC, I want to make sure the bot's working. Okay, so we've got runner's bot. Bracket is... Okay, bracket's working. And the multi-category. All right, thank you. Sometimes the bot doesn't work, so I wanted to make sure it worked for all of you.
Ooh, man.
My goodness, I asked one thing and I get spammed with all the things. I only needed one of you! Jeez.
So, while you're distracted by that, Andy got the map, and I see a couple majors and a lot of crosses. So, I mean, in these settings, having speed and bombs and power bombs is just about all you need. Maybe occasionally you'll need like a high jump or something, but like with bombs, it's not really needed. So what they're really looking for right now is getting the ammo to kill Mother Brain 2, and yeah, there's lots of it here, and with the starting map or starting in Criteria, which is like probably the best area to start, because then you figure out where the ship is during escape. This is going to be it's looking like such a big jet seed that I think it's going to come down to movement and just execution at this point.
I feel like with the double suit category, I feel like that's kind of what you would expect. because you can go anywhere. Nothing is stopping you outside of speed locks and ammo and all that other stuff. I feel like nothing is truly blocking you in terms of that heat or water.
Oh, definitely, and you know, like especially with speed, just being so early in these two, it really speeds things up. No pun intended. But yeah, like it's gonna be a fast one. I feel like, unless like the map in the other areas ends up being like super convoluted or something like that, or like super branching paths. As long as you know this stays linear, it'll be super. Ooh, Sunwoo finding ice. That's definitely a nice find. That basically, you know, kind of either reduces the amount of ammo that they need to kill Mother Brain, or you know, prevents them from having to farm after killing Zepatites. They do have speed, but you know, if the runway's not long enough, they can't speed Zeb skip. So that's definitely a nice find.
So Anthony, speaking of ice and Metroids and all the other fun stuff, there is a question in Twitch chat. Who picked Double Suit? So let's just go over how the picks and bans went. Andy, as the higher seed, elected to ban first. That means Andy's going to pick second. So with that being said, Andy elected to pick second. So this is Sunwoo's first ban. Varia plus movement. Andy first ban, before that, no objectives. So there's still a possibility we could see Metroids here. You speak of that ice beam. No objectives, Andy banned. Sunwoo then banned Varia plus movement. Sunwoo picked Double Suit. And we'll see what Andy picks after this. There's only 2 categories left. There's Gravity 9+1. And then Metroids with no Mother Brain 2. And Sunwoo, now at Charge Beam, now at Ice Beam, Andy just getting his Ice Beam. This is huge by both of these gentlemen, Anthony.
It definitely is. Like, this criteria is stinking loaded. If you know how to run low percent ice, you are already in go mode. Like, in a big, or besides a couple energy tanks, of course, but yeah, it's insane. Most seeds don't. Oh, and Spazer, that just makes you even closer. I think Spazer Ice is pretty doable with 15 supers, but
boy, Spazer Beam, I can already see your new Spazer emotes, Anthony, from your channel popping in Twitch chat. There it is. Thank you,
there's Fifi. My lovely girlfriend there, repping my emotes.
The better half of the Super Metroid power couple.
You could say that. Well, but the power couple, not the better half.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, Andy with a menacing looking ship here. Andy's playing around up here in landing site. Sunwoo back to Main Street. There's a good chance that this Spazer Beam comes in handy, because as we know, if this stage starts becoming very linear, if it starts just becoming a play, you're getting one boss after another, you may not... I wouldn't be looking for any other majors right now from either of these two. Andy now coming across Spazer Beam. I mean, how important is getting that Spazer?
I mean, it's really depends on your comfort level on Mother Brain and everything like that, because, you know, with 3 energy tanks and just ice, that's a really long, grueling fight. So just having that extra bit of damage from Spazer is enough to make somebody, you know, not too sure how they feel about it and dying, you know, 3 or 4 times to Mother Brain 2, or, you know, getting it first try. So it's a really big deal there. And
notice, sorry for cutting you off, Anthony. Sunwoo, while neither racer is in go mode yet, did not elect to go right to Bryn. He's going for this Hollow Dot and Little Tiny X. There's a nice reserve. Why is Sunwoo still hunting ammo? Oh, I was hoping it was an E-Tank. Okay, I was gonna say.
Yes, so maybe he's just, you know, trying to get everything that he needs, so that once he gets that, he's just like, all right, let's go, let's find the bosses, let's finish Mother Brain off. He did leave Kraid, which is a little surprising. Maybe he didn't have quite the ammo he felt like he needed at the time, but I think this is an area that we might not go back to anytime soon. So
Yeah. All right, so here's Bryn. No surprise, we got Everest. Beautiful play there. There are some PBs. Keep this in mind. Indy's only got 5 PBs. Even though we have bombs, there's still only 5 PBs, and let's face it, sometimes ammo management can really become a pain.
oh, definitely, he'll spend a little bit of extra time farming in any place that has an enemy that more than likely will drop a power bomb.
Yep.
So that'll cost him some time there as well. I don't know how far out of the way that second pack was for Sunwoo, but yeah, it definitely could add to that.
Andy's movement is insane.
Oh yeah, like I said, he put in a lot of time getting ready for that GDQ run. So I don't expect anything else. And all the SMZ3 tournaments he's been in, he's always been a pretty strong runner in Metroid. Ooh, we got a little Nevdi jump there.
You get Sunwoo at the map. What is Brinstar going to hold? Of course, it's an out-of-the-way major.
Yeah, that room, Leah Duck's room is terrible. Yeah.
Ew, Wasteland major. And then Final Torian Escape Room major. Ew.
Yeah, that Leah Duck's room, like nobody wants to see something good behind that. It's like no matter even like whatever items you have, it's still just never a fun time going into that room in Rando.
Sunwoo going for Wasteland major, no surprise.
It's not too far out of the way, and if it's another beam or screw attack or space jump or hide, like any of the currently available majors sounds like a good idea. Oh, Sunwoo needs to be careful here.
Sunwoo, please.
Yeah.
The other thing to keep in mind is Andy is making a play, it looks like, for Norfair. So no real connectors yet, Anthony.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting with these set. Oh, and he's rewarded with
F's in the chat.
I mean, unless there's an ice clip that needs. Oh.
And that's back to criteria. That firmly puts Andy in the lead.
Yeah, that's sad. I mean, I taught him my strat there. That's super safe, and he doesn't use it, but it's okay. Yeah, that's definitely unfortunate. Like these early little mistakes like that kind of compound, because then you feel rushed, and maybe you skip a few of the items that you picked up before because you feel rushed, and you end up dying because you don't have all the tankiness or the ammo that you need. So yeah, it's
just call it
unfortunate.
You're racing Andy.
Yeah.
The mentality of this being a race, the mentality of knowing who your opponent is, how good they are, there is a mentality that comes into this too.
Definitely, you take more risks, and you maybe take some, paths that you wouldn't normally take, but you're just like, well, if he takes the exact same path I do, I'm gonna lose. So you have to take something that's kind of a little off the beaten path, and maybe doesn't make a whole lot of sense in some ways, but has the potential for really paying off. So yeah, then that's gonna add to it as well.
It's a several-minute time loss, but again, it's a race. Anything can happen. Hi, Golden Teresa. Oh my goodness, is this a required GT fight? That'd be hilarious.
It definitely could be. I don't think Andy wants it to be, but
it is a required GT fight.
He's got 15 supers, and the ice phaser is going to take a long time to kill this guy. So I think he's probably going to opt to farm, if I had to guess.
For what it's worth, by the way, and I know I've said this before, this is I didn't want to say this in this one, but this is an upper bracket, gold bracket matchup. Winner moves on to upper bracket round 3. Loser moves on to the lower bracket. And if you're just tuning in, we finally have some more information for all of you. in regards to how the silver bracket and the bronze bracket are going to work. How is it going to work? The silver bracket's going to have all the players knocked out in lower bracket round 2 to 5 in the gold bracket. The bronze bracket is going to have all the players knocked out in the lower bracket round 1. So keep that in mind. Follow along.
Yeah.
Exclamation point bracket.
Yeah, I actually really like that they did that, because my first Super Metroid randomizer tournament I was in, I was the lowest seed, and I got immediately matched with the first seed, and I was knocked out of the tournament, and that's not completely fun, but it did teach me a lot in some ways, but just giving newer players a good way of getting into racing and everything like that is definitely a good way of approaching this. And the fact that we have 47 racers in this tournament, it's great to see that kind of involvement.
It's great to see that wave beam too.
Oh yeah, that's gonna make Mother Brain and Ridley completely doable. He's in go mode 100% now. Any discomfort he might have had is completely gone.
And if Andy had discomfort, just DoorDash something from your local CVS to clear it up.
Speaking of discomfort.
Oh yeah, that discomfort is completely gone now.
Yeah. There's no doubt. He is just on the mission to find the bosses. There's nothing else he wants.
From discomfort to a cold adult beverage on a beach somewhere. Sunny beach. My goodness.
Yeah,
Best beam combo in the game, 900 damage per charge shot.
Yeah, 3 times more than the Spacer Wave Ice combo. So, and he found Mother Brain. So, and there's a couple other paths here. So yeah, I think he's gonna try to go for the most maybe efficient to check first. I know, each area is its size is kind of dictated by the size of the map in vanilla, and Norfair being the biggest, your Torians and your wreck ships being much smaller. So some people kind of opt to go explore those smaller areas and kind of hope for the map to be somewhat close by, just so that they can catch any of those bosses. And I think he just had this little pivot save here, so in case he ends up making the wrong choice, which is very important in these randos as well.
Mm-hmm. All right, Anthony, what's on the menu tonight for dinner? Andy would like some crispy fried shrimp if he could find himself a grapple beam, but it might be microwaved shrimp instead, but no X-ray.
Yeah, he definitely skipped X-ray. We know where that was at, so he didn't go for that. I think just, your kind of typical, little bit of ammo, a little bit of charged plasma. And they got speed, so definitely some speed in there as well. A very comfortable Dragon fight for anybody who can do the speed kill.
Good dodge of the question.
The
actual question is, what are you having for dinner?
What are we having for dinner? I think maybe some leftover chicken tinga.
Nice.
Yeah.
I got Thai food.
Oh, it's always a good choice.
Mm-hmm. Delicious.
What dish?
That's a good question. What did I order? You would ask me that question.
You asked me about dinner in general, so only fair.
I mean, you're not wrong. Pad C-Ew dinner. Pad C-E-W dinner? I don't know.
So that kind of it's like a noodle.
Delicious. Noodle dish. Chicken, broccoli, a dark brown sauce.
Gotcha. Like a hoisin.
I don't know. It just says special dark brown sauce, so it's going to be something that this place is probably like a house-made sauce. House special.
Very good.
And you're about to have some fish? No. You're supposed to take the fish and eat them, Andy. Jeez.
Well, I think technically you have to freeze sushi in order for it to be legal to serve.
One of the restaurants I used to work at, the catchphrase was, if it ain't fresh, it ain't legal. The place was called... I'm like, that's a fantastic catchphrase.
All right, speaking of legal fish, we got a... I like to say daddy shrimp here, because he looks like a seahorse, and seahorse dads are very loving. And I think in the Japanese manual, they say that it's a he, so I like to go with that canon.
Arcus, food is delicious. And just because I know Fifi's in chat, you can normally take a minus $1,000 bet for me to talk about food at least one time throughout a stream. So you just had to cash the minus 1,000. We also have the best seafood anywhere in the country. Just saying. Baltimore might disagree, but I think we do. And Andy's showing off a spike suit. Beautifully done.
Nice job. Very, very fast Dragon kill there. Using the tools I assumed. But yeah, I mean, that's 2 bosses. So I think at this point, he knows that Phantoon's probably not here. So he's going to have to go look for him.
So here's one thing to keep in mind. And viewers, if you've been watching the last couple of days and you've been watching a lot of the races, you all can attest to this too. Wrecked Ship has had a good amount of objectives recently in some of these races. I don't know what it is about the Wrecked Ship, but after, because Cruel Beans and I was doing commentary, he's like, I rarely ever go to the Wrecked Ship. There's like nothing ever there. Well, the last several seeds, we have seen a lot of stuff on the Wrecked Ship. If Andy sees that W, are we going to see Andy make his way to the Wrecked Ship, or is he going to avoid it entirely? If he avoids it and Sunwoo goes for it, that could get Sunwoo back into it.
Oh, definitely. I mean, that's one of the biggest swinging things here in Map Rando is deciding which new area to go to. And, as much as, I wouldn't say that necessarily rando players are superstitious, but we do have our, ideas of like what area is best or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's all random. And we can just, kind of deal with the dice rolls that we take. And that's definitely the biggest thing that happens in these randos. But yeah, I mean, I can't even think of how many races were down to a 50-50 choice between one area or another. Andy, think for his sake, ends up finding a boss there in Meridia, so it works out for him. Let's see if he finds another one here in Torian. I believe that Meridia didn't have any other connectors. I didn't get a good look, but
someone was saying they might have saw the Wrecked Ship connector in Meridia, but we're not entirely sure. I don't even think we fully saw the Wrecked Ship map, if I'm not mistaken.
Or the Meridia map, rather.
Thank you. The Meridia map.
Yeah.
Andy's over in Torian, hanging out, taking in the sights.
Yeah, that's definitely a big thing there. If he didn't get the map and doesn't know for sure what all the bosses were there.
This is probably Phantoon here at Wrecked Ship. Torian. Why do I keep saying? I talk about Wrecked Ship one time.
I mean, the area is in Wrecked Ship-ish type territory, so it makes sense you'd make that mistake. But
good cover.
But yes, this area very frequently. I think they actually had to program for it to be less likely to happen. This West Ocean area very, very often has Phantoon. So we're gonna see Andy checking all these right side doors for Phantoon. Like how he didn't even try to look at the map room. He's just like, this is Phantoon. The Phantoon's here 100%.
Nice
All right, so
speedball as well from Andy.
okay, so Rexship is at the bottom of Meridia. Yep, and here he is.
Fantoon. Space elephant and shrimp.
Yeah, this just leaves Ridley, and we know where Mother Brain is.
Over there. Somewhere on planet Zebus.
I believe.
Oh, hello, Major. It's just
yeah. Yeah, I mean, honestly, at this point, it's just like there's really no purpose. Because he has Plasma 2 at this point. I mean, like worst case scenario, you run into Pants Room or something, or I guess X-Ray is not a great one to find either. Well,
Sunwoo found that one already. So the biggest thing there's one big area we haven't seen yet. That's Criteria. That's where the ship is. So we really need to get one of these racers to get their butts over to Criteria.
No, Criteria was the first map.
Was it? Oh,
yeah,
we already got the ship. So I moved Criteria. They have to find it again.
There you go. WX throwing the matches. Got some money on it.
Hey, listen. All three admins are out streaming right now. I can do whatever I want.
Still gotta be nice to be respectful, at least. Come on.
I'm kidding. Chat's gonna riot.
Alright, that's a very quick Fantoon kill there. Charge, the full beam combo makes easy work of a somewhat annoying boss. Is got dual bosses on the screen too. We didn't mention that. Samu here having a little bit of trouble with Dragon, but Dragon's definitely on the ropes. There you go.
I'm sure all three of our amazing admins, Eddie, Aussie, and Nevdi, are probably participating in our community weekly race that is also going on right now. It's Wednesday night, 7 p.m. By the way, folks, the community race is completely free to join. I mean, if you want to pay me $5 at the door, I'm not going to say no to money. But they're completely free to join. We're using Season 3 settings. And those settings can or can't have Save the Animals. Nothing in this tournament, nothing has Save the Animals. They are done. We're saving the frames. I say Save the Animals.
Nah, not in Map Rando. Like, honestly, not in any Rando, but Map Rando, it's just... You gotta make sure you find BT, and it's just... It's too much. They kind of moved away from the Save the Animals this season, and I think most racers are happy for it.
It's definitely was a unique idea, but when you're getting the 7-minute timer, 7-minute escape timers, that becomes brutal.
It is.
Mm-hmm.
I was just saying it is.
Yeah. Speaking of our three admins, Eddie, Aussie, and Nevdi, make sure you show them some love as well. They have put on an absolutely outstanding tournament. We know Eddie spearheaded this. Aussie and Nevdi been doing a great job helping as well. Can we show them some love in the Twitch chat, please?
So I'll give Aussie some love after tomorrow night when I race him. Until then, it's hard to give him too much credit, but he is great for everything he's done for Map Rando. 100%.
Absolutely. One of the developers. That race tomorrow night, by the way, Anthony versus the number 2 seeded Aussie, is tomorrow night. When's game number 1 start? 6:30?
7:30 Eastern. Yeah.
Right, 7:30 Eastern. We've also got Nito versus Lockdeer at 5:30 Eastern. That's game number 2 in that best of 3 series. Again, seriously, big shout-outs to all of our amazing admins. They have done nothing short of an amazing job. They really, really have. I love all the settings in this tournament. We have had so many amazing races already. And is Ridley here. Ridley's in the wreck ship!
Ooh, that's huge for Sunwoo. That's huge. So I think Andy, he's going to realize here pretty quickly. Mr. Ridley is not here in any of the areas I've been to yet. So that's I mean, at this point, I think he's seen every area. So he's probably got an idea. Oh, here he is. Here he is. Yeah.
He's already here. His
man.
movement, like we've been saying, is insane.
Yeah, just a rando veteran. And he looks a little disappointed there in the camp, but I think at the end of the day, he knows he made some good decisions overall. And yeah, he's got the map right here, so very, very close to the entrance. Someone's still having to go find Phantoon and Torian, so it's hard to say that he gained like a super huge advantage, but it was enough to definitely help him out. Ridley being a little aggressive here.
And for what it's worth, we're not saying Sunwoo's movement is bad. Not by a long shot.
Oh, definitely not. He's put in a lot of time in this game, and it definitely shows.
Andy laughed at that one. He knew he had the shot and morphed a little too fast.
Yeah, that's one of the nice things about this tournament allowing the webcams. You get to really kind of take a nice, good peek into the thought process of our runners here.
It's actually correct, and I don't know what major Sunwoo just picked up.
It looks
it
like
didn't pick up.
Yeah, he decided not to. Honestly, anything Screw Tech. If you could already see it, I'd maybe grab it, but at this point, yeah, it's kind of moot. And high jump or space is probably the only thing he's like really looking for, because that'll get him through X-ray hallway and everything.
These tile sets are something else, though.
Oh yeah, I like some rooms. It kind of helps because it removes some of the blocks that like cover up Samus. But for overall, it's just like anytime I go in a room with these tile sets, I'm just like, where the heck am I?
Alright, Sunwoo just needs to get the Torian to get to Phantoon. Andy's Dawn is going to head right to Norfair to go beat Mother Brain.
Yeah, and he's not too far behind Sunwoo, even just getting out of wreck ship here. So it's yeah, I mean, not build up any suspense, but with the beam combos and everything that Andy has, I think he'll probably one shot Mother Brain here.
Be curious to see what our next game is.
Yeah, I feel like the lower seed player is going to want something that has a bit more swing to it, and I mean both no objectives and Metroids kind of got a decent amount of swing to it. I feel like
Mrs. Happy. Sunwoo also Mrs. Happy. You both are terrible. Get off our screen. Anthony, go queue up your SNES. Will you please? These two are racing so bad. They can't even execute the full halfie. What is this garbage that we owe? I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, I think I'd probably mess it up too in these circumstances. So, in some finding where he needs to go, but Andy here at the Mother Brain room, it's gonna be
this is over.
Yeah, it's over. Very, very nice time too. The escape I don't think is gonna be too long. Let's go ahead and put in our predictions here of what we think the escape timer is going to be, everybody.
Did you just seriously steal my stick?
It's mine now.
Wow! Stealing my shtick, Anthony. Wow. I don't know whether to be proud or insulted.
Hey, when you have a good idea, I steal it, and that's how I am.
It's all good. But yes, get your predictions in the chat. How long is the escape timer going to be? We got a lot of guesses. Around 135, 140.
Thank you.
I'm going 135.
That's probably not too far off. My brain was saying like a 140 or something. So that's chat. That's the most original idea I've ever had in my life. Thank you. I spent a lot of time thinking about it.
What?
210. That's a pretty decent sized one.
Was not expecting anything over 2 minutes, but okay. I blame chat. I'm just kidding, chat. Don't riot, please. We've actually got more than -7 viewers for a change.
Heck yeah. Got a good viewing for a great race overall. Like, honestly, if Sunwoo hadn't died there at the start, I think this would have been an extremely close game.
It's quite possible that earlier on Ridley would have come in handy for Sunwoo. But again, how close when you think about Fantoon versus Mother Brain versus Ridley to Mother Brain, what was going to be the actual difference if that's what ended up needing to be? You know what I mean? Without that death, does Sunwoo get closer to Mother Brain than Andy does? But I'm just kidding, chat. In all seriousness, we're having a great time. If you're all having a great time, give us a thumbs up on the Twitch chat. If you're not, thumbs down. But we love to see those thumbs up. Game number 2 is coming up right after this. Should we need game number 3, we'll also have that right after game 2. So this is your traditional back-to-back-to-back. And we appreciate, by the way, every single one of you being here. Oh, and Sunwoo had to go all the way back for Kraid.
Yeah, we were. I think that's. I mean, I don't think he even went for him before the death. I think that orphaning the Kraid here was probably the thing. Even without that death, it's probably enough to kind of swing it towards Andy's favor. It's I feel like Kraid's just one of those bosses. You just, when you see it, you go for it, because there's the only thing that might stop you is if you have like 5 supers. Because
yeah,
you know,
Nitro. No, I'm just kidding.
Which I've been 100% guilty of fighting Kraid with 5 supers and getting it first try plenty of times. But yeah, those times where it doesn't happen, it's a big unfortunate mess.
What's not unfortunate is how Andy has really done this entire race. He's done a really great job. Make sure you give the racers a follow. !R on the Twitch chat. !C if you want to follow the commentary and tracking team. But that'll do it. Andy wins game number 1 of this best of 3 season. Right. I'm charging $100 for this race. Tomorrow's race is $200. Oh, sorry. Hi, everybody. Welcome back to game number 2. Nah, I knew you all were here. Just a lighthearted joke to lighten the mood. Andy, with the win in race number 1. Sunwoo, looking to get his first win and force a game number 3. Welcome to Metroid's objectives. Anthony, are you ready for game number 2?
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a good choice for Sunwoo. Not having to get the ammo for Mother Brain 2, and just going around and trying to just find those Metroid rooms. There's a lot of open-endedness, and I think it's gonna really help Sunwoo out here against a potentially stronger opponent. So yeah, I think this is gonna be a good one for those who don't know. This setting, you, instead of killing the bosses, the G4 speed booster, you instead kill the Metroids in all the different Metroid rooms that would normally be at the beginning of Torian. And on top of that, we also have no Mother Brain 2, so you just need enough ammo to get through Mother Brain 1 and or the Zeptites. And with that, I think it's super important to find power bombs kind of early on and some sort of health or suits to make it easier to kill those Metroids with those power bombs. And also, ice is huge in this one because that means Zeptide skip and easy method of killing Metroids. So those are the main things that we're going to be wanting to find here. And at the end of the day, it could very be possible that there's a Ridley blocking one of the Metroid rooms or something like that. So they still want to try to grab some of the ammo that's super convenient to grab and maybe some of those majors to allow them to traverse some of those rooms you need movement items for or health Rivaria. Ooh, with that, we find gravity. It's going to open up a
I'm
lot of the
sorry,
map.
you were saying.
So yeah, doing exactly what I told him to do.
He
But
knew
yeah,
what he was doing the entire time. Hurt.
Yep, Sunwoo grabbing the gravity suit here as well. Just a little bit behind Andy, not too far. Yeah, Andy's showing off just how important those little pivot saves are. Even though you're only like a room or two away, it's still faster to reset in those situations.
Both racers and ready at Torian. Very evened up right now.
Okay, I was thinking he was going to actually Shine Spark there. Don't have quite enough health to do that, and even if you had enough to get all the way to the top, it's, I think, generally better just to... We see him laughing, finding that ammo door there. And that's the thing with these, where you don't find the map room too early. It's just a lot of blind checks and finding dead ends. And as Max Frost points out, that climb there, yeah, he'd need to be able to short charge through those blocks to get back out. So, ooh, Sunwoo finding the morph. That's required for a lot of rooms, so definitely a good find. Ooh, Sunwoo getting kind of bailed out there without any missiles or bombs or anything. That's would have been a little dangerous.
Bombs, 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 bombs. Getting bailed out by the bombs.
It looks like Andy right on his heels.
If you say so.
Yeah, so CWJ not really possible with the speed booster equipped, so we see our runners using a nice little gravity jump here. Interesting that Andy decides to turn off speed there. You can do a gravity jump off the bottom. Might be a little bit faster than turning off the speed, but still, gets it first try.
Oh! Thank you, arcades. I haven't said my line today. Save early, save often. It's not like I'm wrong.
It applies to map Rando 100%. I like to minimize my saves in any other type of Rando, but there's
Blah, 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 blah. Can somebody get me another good co-commentator? One that doesn't complain about saving as much? Jeez.
Saving can be slow, come on.
Kidding.
But no, in map Rando...
Fifi, I wonder when, because someone made me an emote. As soon as I figure out how to upload emotes.
It's super easy, I can teach you.
Oh boy, it's so easy. Anthony can do it. Great. I kid. Okay, Sunwoo. Now I understand that that's West Ocean. These tile sets are kind of messing with me.
Yeah, like, what room are they in?
They're in Meridia.
I know.
It's
It's West Ocean.
They're doing something.
But Power Bomb's a huge find. Opens up a lot of doors, ammo doors, and speaking of ammo doors, but also gives the runners the ability to kill the Metroids, which is the objective.
I really hope this isn't going to be a ridiculously long ammo seed. Because we got PBs, but where are our missiles? I know we're only 6 minutes in, but where the missiles at?
Yeah, it's crazy. Not even, in just a normal little pack there.
Thank you, Sunwoo, for listening to comms. Thank you, Andy, for listening to comms. You hear that, Cruel Beans? Huh? No, I'm just giving Cruel Beans
No, don't give them PTSD there.
a little bit of a rib, as we say in the pro wrestling space.
Yeah,
So
someone said in
question
chat.
Yeah, go ahead, Anthony. You answer it.
Oh, I was just gonna say. Probably the play here is going to be the climb. Now that we have bombs, but also to answer the question, Metroid objectives. So normally in map randos, you have to kill all 4 of the main bosses in order to unlock Mother Brain, and in this one, you have to clear all the Metroid rooms that are at the beginning of Torian. And no Mother Brain 2 means. So Mother Brain 1 is when she's sitting there in the glass. Mother Brain 2 is when you fight her with either charge beam or ammo. And then Mother Brain 3 is the hyper beam fight, which does not happen in Map Rando.
It does in this seed, Anthony. You know why? Because I said we're going to go from Metroid 1 to Mother Brain 3. From Mother Brain 1 to Mother Brain 3. Never mind, it was such a bad joke. And then I will yeet you from the Discord. I'll do it. I yeet you out of here. I'll go check myself.
Andy, going for a little hypo jump here. This is a frame and pixel perfect wall jump.
Notice how Anthony is staying out of that one, because he also doesn't want to be yeeted out of the Discord.
I mean, it just didn't seem important to acknowledge. After all that, Andy just finding another save room.
I mean, at this point, chat's gonna keep thinking that that we're actually serious, and they're gonna want NN and I to have a best of 3 map rando back to back to back.
Yeah, I'd like to see
Submission match, extreme desolate settings. 2 years later, they both finally finish it.
Let's see, I don't think you could even do a basic desolate.
Oh, I've done one of those before. Get out of here.
You did? Okay.
I did.
I almost believe you.
Andy, why you don't want to go fight Croc? He's so nice.
As good as Andy is, I feel like he wants at least one other normal missile back there. Ooh, yeah, that's super solid. Not as helpful in these settings, and just like no objective, but if a boss like Ridley does end up blocking one of the objectives, it's going to be huge to find that.
Croc could have progressions as Uncle Iroh, maybe.
Yeah, and with charge, nope, he's totally in logic.
Map says nope.
Nope.
Map says missile, but there is a major at the very east end of Meridia. Okay, so I'm just gonna say it. Somebody in chat the other day had a really good idea for a new objective. Spo required objective. I'm all for this objective.
Ah, he's so slow.
Oh, this is about viewers and their needs, about chat and their needs, right? Chat loves
I guess
themselves some
so.
required spore spawn.
Yeah. Didn't we have like all mini bosses required or something recently as well?
We've never had all mini bosses ever in a tournament setting.
Well, not a tournament, but just as like a community race or something.
I have no idea. But
Yeah.
I like what NN is saying. See, this is why NN is kind of goated. For Spo mode. Let's go. Oops, all spore spawn.
So we just add in 3 extra spore spawns to the map and everything. Yeah, okay.
And then all of a sudden,
Okay.
the Ridley people are going to be coming out. You know, Botwoon replaced by spore spawn. All mini bosses are now all spore spawn. All bosses are now Ridley. Oops, all Ridley. Oops, all spore spawn.
Ooh, so Sunwoo finding Fantoon. Honestly, in these settings, that's not kind of not what you want to see. In all honesty, because that means in order to get that map, you're gonna have to kill Fantoon. And without him being an objective, yes, yeah, Spazer definitely gonna help out here and there.
But yeah, no, we all like to have fun here on Speed Gaming, comms and tracking. NN is good people. Big shout out to NN again. I said this at the top of race number 1. I'm gonna say it again. NN has been the MVP of this tournament. Without NN doing as much tracking as NN has done, there are a lot of these games that are just not gonna get restreamed. So, big shout outs to NN. Make sure you show them some love in Twitch chat. Any of us can commentate, but it's the trackers that are the unsung heroes. Sunwoo now gets to fight the space elephant.
Yeah, and this will be an interesting fight. He only has supers, and he accidentally just wasted one. You do need 5 in order to kill Fantoon. 5, yeah. So
Super's only Fantoon fight.
So very slow. The Nintendo Power recommended way of killing him, though. So I think Sunwoo got a brand new issue there.
We just got a Nintendo Power reference in 2025. I love it. Listen, I was subscribed to Nintendo Power as a kid. Those things were fantastic. Anyone else in chat, Nintendo Power? Anybody? There's the first missiles for Andy.
Yeah, I think that's gonna really speed up the fight with Fantoon. A five missile fight's still a little slow, and unless you get like the right drops and the right flame patterns and everything, but still much faster. Oh, and Sunwoo getting a super denied by Fantoon's flames there. He's gonna have to farm up some supers, or just killing him with this Spazer charge combo. Not the best.
Nintendo Power was great, and then after Nintendo Power was G4 TV, the original G4 TV. G4 TV, the show, Arena, Portal, Cheat, all of those good ones. Like that was it back in the day. Like if you watch Cheat, you could really pick up some good cheat codes for some of your favorite video games.
Can't forget like X Factor. I think that's what it's called, and what was it? Attack of the Show.
Attack of the Show, yeah.
Yeah.
The original Ninja Warrior was on G4 eventually too.
So good. Don't get eliminated. That's what our racers are trying to do here.
I feel old.
X-Play, not X Factor. Thank you, Sabbath.
Anthony over here trying to merge Super Metroid with an old G4 show.
Yeah. Got too much Metroid on the brain.
Clearly. Well, here's the map. Oh, Mother Brain. Metroid. That's one of the Metroid rooms.
Yep, just one, but those hell runs look scary. Those hell runs look scary.
Not again. It's... Chat. It's another Wasteland Major.
With just gravity, it's a little scary, but Andy's got 2 majors here. I think he saw the other one already. Yeah. Wait, that's a good choice. With charge, why not?
It's all right, Sunru. I'm crying for you. I'm kidding.
Yeah, I mean,
I wonder if he goes for his second Wasteland Major for his second race in a row.
I mean, honestly, with the amount of health he has, it would not be a great choice. So
No.
I think he's going against that.
And also how he left the Metroid room. We don't have ice yet. And not only do we not have ice, we don't have enough power bombs. I mean, 5 is yes if you gather them all in one space. But you need to be really comfortable with that kind of tech.
Yeah, and with that, I was about to say, unless you have Varia, those Metroids do a lot of damage. So when you're trying to group them together, one E-Tank is kind of uncomfortable. So yeah, having more power bombs allows you to kind of kill them individually, so you don't have to group them together and take a ton of damage. But charge beam helps a tiny bit, but it's hard to pull off in conjunction with laying your power bombs. Screw attack helps a ton with those though. I think either screw attack or another power bomb pack is going to be something these guys are going to be looking for.
He's looking for it. He's staring at him. There's only one other major, and it's the Wasteland Major. If it's right by Mother Brain, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy. But again, we got both suits. We also haven't gotten a lot of ammo. Like, Andy is just leaving a lot of ammo as well. I know we have Charge Wave, but still, you want some ammo.
Yeah, at least some power bombs for these settings, I think. Just having that second, and just an X-ray there at Climb Supers. Not a whole lot of use comes out of that. The only thing about X-ray that can kind of give you some information, like if ice and X-ray are in logic, you might expect a clip or two to be involved. But yeah, like I think E-Tanks are a good call with this ammo. I saw, at the bottom, the Retro Bryn like morph room has like two X's right there. If one of those are power bombs, that's gonna help out a lot as well.
All right.
But
so Sunwoo's now going for some of these as well.
Yeah, I think the health's a good idea.
Yep.
It's those Metroids. Oh, that was a nice little short morph there.
Yep.
The 3 tile ones can be pretty tough without doing like a wall jump kind of Alcatraz type situation.
And if you're wondering why Sunwoo didn't go for the missiles, again, there's no bombs, so that would take 2 more power bombs to get out. In and out, and they're beautiful.
Ooh.
Beautiful find.
I think this was a pretty good play. 2 energy tanks and some power bombs. He's still going to want to pick up a little bit more ammo, missiles wise, because he still has to kill Mother Brain 1. But those usually kind of come, in big supply. So he'll probably be able to get some of those along the way to Mother Brain once he's done with the Metroid rooms.
So I want to say something nice, and I mean it. Hey viewers, Twitch chat, all of you watching on YouTube, hi YouTube. You all are awesome. Being awesome people, that is all. Spread kindness, spread love, not hate. Y'all are awesome. There you go.
Oh, 100% agreed here.
We appreciate all of you watching this live. We appreciate all of you watching this on YouTube. Andy grabs... Did Andy or Sunwoo grab Spacer? Can you all please use regular tile sets?
And Andy did grab Spacer just a little bit ago. I don't know if he went and reset or anything, but I definitely saw him pick it up.
Well, there you go. All right, so this is what I was talking about. So for those of you that are unaware, the Metroids take 3 power bombs to go ahead and defeat. Did Sunwoo get all of them?
Yes.
So that looked like it was
3, I believe.
That was 3?
Or Metroid's 3, yeah. I have made the mistake of thinking like, oh, you know, it's Metroid's 1. I just need to kill these 3 guys coming from the left.
And you get 4.
Yeah.
So
go ahead.
Sorry, I want to get over this before there's, you know, people start wondering why the G4 bosses are on here. We don't have a Metroid's objective tracker. So what I helped come up with was a way for all the people doing tracking, and again, including myself, because I've done tracking for this tournament. We're using the KPDR method: Kraid, Phantoon, Dragon, and Ridley. And then Metroid rooms 1 to 4. So Kraid, Metroid Room 1, Phantoon, Metroid Room 2, yada, yada, yada. So you see Dragon marked off for Sunwoo because that's Metroid Room 3 that's done. Even though it's like, oh, Sunwoo already beat Phantoon, Andy's about to beat Phantoon. Yeah, no, we're not marking off bosses. We're marking off objectives. And that right now is the only way we have to do objectives. So just so you all can follow along, it's KPDR. And yeah. Ooh. Oh, hello. That X Factor lit. Oh, Andy, you couldn't do that better if you didn't intentionally try that again.
He's just crying with laughter. Yep. He's having fun with it.
Wow. The unintentional X Factor fast RNG pattern Phantoon with 2 X Factors left. That's insane.
Probably feeling a little bit better after all the other things that have been going on. I feel like Sunwoo has a decent little lead here. I know he didn't really check some of the same places that Andy has, but yeah, he's looking pretty good.
Yep, confirmed. It's 3.
And a nice platform for Sunwoo to shine spark up Red Tower if he needs to.
Folks, we hope you're having a good time watching this live. Hopefully we've been put on a little bit of entertainment for you. But now as we get towards the midway point of this race, we start truly locking in here, Anthony. And you see Sunwoo having to be extremely careful. Like you mentioned earlier, these Metroids can do a ton of damage and you don't even realize it. It takes 3 power bombs, as I mentioned, to destroy the Metroids. And if you've watched other randos and you don't have your Ice Beam, this is how you have to kill the Metroids. Now, there will be drops, fine, but you want to make sure you try getting as many as possible around you. Yes, that's more dangerous because you could get grabbed by one of them, but that's the best way to do it. And Sunwoo's now at 2 Metroid rooms down. Metroid Room 1 and Metroid Room 3 are both down. Andy still has yet to defeat a Metroid room. So this is a big pick from Sunwoo because this is paying off an advantage for him. This is one of those modes where speed doesn't matter as much, in my opinion.
Yeah, unless it's like gating progression. Yeah, it you know, obviously you get some nice little shine sparks and some speed up here and there.
I meant
but yeah,
movement,
overall.
not speed booster. My bad.
Oh yeah.
Is in movement, not actual speed booster.
Gotcha. Yeah. I mean, and Sunwoo finding that Varia earlier than Andy was huge too, because I'm pretty sure it works the same way in Map Rando, but in vanilla, gravity provides you no protection from Metroids. So you take the same amount of damage you take from Metroids as you would with no suit. Varia provides all the protection. So that's why, you know, Sunwoo didn't really take that much damage from them in that last room. Even though if he had no suits at all, he probably would have been 3 E-tanks down.
All right. Where do we go from here? What areas haven't we seen yet? We haven't seen Criteria. Haven't seen oh my goodness, North Fair is way over there.
Yeah, that's pretty far. Has somebody checked out Wreck Ship yet?
Yeah, that's where Metroid Room 3 was.
Okay. So yeah, he looks like he went to Meridia as well. He's going to go to either Torian or Norfair first. See what he decides. From how he's looking at the map, I think he might go check out Torian first. Yeah, I'm starting to feel like we're probably going to see a game 3 here, and that's what you want to see in these matches. Is it's just because I feel like a lot of these early matches in a tournament, you get your lower seeds versus your higher seeds, a lot of 2-0s and things like that. But yeah, it's great to start to see some of these 1-2s and 2-1s. And I think Sunwoo maybe shaking off some of the nerves he had in the first race. His movement looking very, very clean, much more in line to what I'm normally used to seeing him do, and definitely giving a good fight against Andy here. Andy resetting that Metroid room there, getting grabbed a little bit earlier than what he was wanting.
So again, Sunwoo, Metroid Rooms 1 and 3 are down. Andy's about to get Metroid Room 1.
Intent and in.
Well, again, that's kind of the reason I said it, so I didn't have to exactly call him out. There is a little bit of element of being somewhat professional there, funny man! No, it's alright. And NN doesn't even listen to us even when we call him out by name.
Okay, so he says it's slow, and he clicked it. Okay, we'll give you the benefit of the doubt. That's not an us problem,
NN. Kidding. Oh, and of course, because NN marked off the wrong room! I'm kidding. Giving NN such a hard time.
But yeah, I look at the tournament sign-up sheets for volunteers, and I just untracking. I just see and that's just going back to how he's definitely helping out all of our runners getting these green streams, which honestly is a huge feel like boost of feeling, like knowing that you're going to be watched by all these wonderful people out here, and it kind of adds to the pressure as well.
Wonderful it is. So both racers have gone through Metroid Rooms 1 and 3, but the big one here. Oh, Sunwoo. See, he doesn't know it yet. Oh, no. Andy never fully went through Torian, did he?
I think he picked up the map, so he knows that there's nothing here, except for a couple majors, maybe.
Oh, no, Andy did go through here. So they're pretty even.
Yeah, I definitely say so. Andy checking out Wreck Ship decides I don't think that's the direction I want to go. But the limited amount of power bombs he has right here. Ooh, never mind.
Ask and you shall receive.
Yes. And I think having 15 missiles, 15 supers is very comfortable, but not completely necessary. I think he's got plenty for Mother Brain 1.
Yeah, now you get the double major here. You get wave. You get the X-ray visor. Sunwoo's gonna go pick up all of. No way. He reverted. Oh, we could be. You smell that, chat? It smells like a game 3. If Sunwoo
I
can
think
hold.
so.
And the last category we have available is Grav 9+1.
That's also can totally be super swingy, like just how open the map is, just like double suit. I bet you the logic really isn't that different from double suit in the grand scheme of things, but it really benefits the ability to get through those heated rooms and not get hit by enemies even more so, because you have to manage your health to get through all those heated rooms and everything like that. So yeah, that's definitely it's tough to say. I'd say overall the person with the better movement and that's more consistent has a much better advantage in 9E plus 1R and Grav than something like this. So definitely going to be a little scary for Sunwoo, I think, but I think it'll still put up. It's very, because it's so open. There's still a lot of potential for Sunwoo to kind of catch up in areas they might not be able to.
So the only thing we have left is Norfair and Criteria. And remember, if you go all the way back to that Wasteland Major where Mother Brain is, that's the connectors. That's where they have to go. It's Wasteland Major all the way into Norfair and Criteria. And one of the biggest things that we never talk about when it comes to this particular setting is if you get everything except for Criteria and you beat Mother Brain and you don't have that Criteria map, you are blind checking everything on the escape.
And if the ship is pretty close, the timer is gonna be very aggressive. So yeah, there's not a lot of room for error if you don't have the map for Criteria on those escapes. I remember like one time I got like the ship room like right as I entered Criteria, and that was super lucky, but that normally doesn't happen. Yeah, and those resets are super costly. Like people have lost 10, 15 minutes on escapes after not knowing where the ship is. So
By the way, Sunwoo found plasma. Sunwoo having flashbacks to race number 1. No, I'm kidding.
He just skips that major. Just nope, not even going for it. Yep.
I mean, you've got 10 power bombs. You get 2 Metroid rooms left. If that's ice.
Or high jump or something to get you through worst room and things like that. That's the only thing that I'm kind of worried about here. We run into X-Ray Hall with him having no way of doing a shine spark across or anything like that. That could be huge if that was high jump or space jump or bombs even. But other than that, yeah, that's probably a good bet. But it's just like, man, when you're so close to it and you still might need a few things, it's probably better to just kind of play it on a little bit of the safer side. You're not really giving up that much time for that item, but yeah, it could definitely win you the game too.
Yeah, Sunwoo kind of second guessing himself here which path he wants to take here in Norfair.
Yeah, with those distant maps, it can be hard to tell exactly where it's wanting you to go.
All right, Sunwoo. Oh, nice green gate glitch from sunwufarmer.
He is locked in right now.
There's Andy's third energy tank.
This is totally doable. Both suits, 4 E-tanks. He wants to make sure not to get hit by those pirates.
It's not something you want to do.
No, of course not.
I don't blame you, Sunwoo.
Yeah.
If you don't have to do reverse amphitheater, I don't blame him at all.
Because, worst case scenario, there's, something on the other side of that room that's going to be real hard to handle. Like, imagine Ridley or something right there.
Yep. Sunwoo apparently forgetting how to wall jump? No, I'm kidding.
I blame those tiles. That'd completely throw me off. Oh, speaking of Ridley!
Ridley!
Oh man.
So Sunwoo doesn't have bombs, by the way, to get through the croc escape room where the green gate is. Oh my goodness, and it's the criteria door.
Oh, and it's right there, that map. That is very good news. So
But
he's going to get that ship information, and if
is
the Metroid room's here.
there's nothing here.
Oh, nope. There's the Metroid room.
One, and that's Metroid room 2. That's Metroid room 2, so you have to get there anyway. This might be genius from Sunwoo because he knows where Mother Brain is. You know what? I'm going to criteria. I'll check the map, and I'll go straight forward from here. This is genius routing from Sunwoo.
Oh, it's great. And we just saw the Wasteland item. It was Screw Attack. Nice item to have, but not going to change anything overall. I think, with 10 power bombs, any of those kind of like gauntlet rooms or anything like that aren't going to slow him down too much. It's very, very close race. Andy coming up on his heels here a little bit, but yeah, I think this is a good move for Sunwoo, and he finds high jump. So I think he can get through just about every room except for pants. I think that's the only room that he doesn't really have a good way of getting through. See Andy. Oh, getting a very quick green gate glitch as well. Sunwoo going to be farming a few power bombs. I love this room when I'm low on power bombs. See with Andy, yeah, he's going to go for the reverse dive. I mean, honestly, I think this was probably the right move overall. It is hard to kind of weigh it, but I mean, both suits. But when you do that. Makes it a little bit less worth it. But yeah, you can go back out for sure. Yep, and he's right next to that map room. It's Sunwoo taking down Metroids 2. Andy finding a big pink here. Not a whole lot of stuff he wants, so not as exciting of a find as it would be normally. But he does have the map, so that's something he has over Sunwoo. And he finds the final Metroid room there, Metroid 4. Honestly, Sunwoo not too far off the path to head straight back and find that map room. And it might not be the worst idea to take this other exit here. I think Sunwoo should probably use speed here instead of. Oh, never mind. He knows something I don't. That's a sick little speedy jump there with high jump. Oh, that's right. He has high jump. Never mind. Yes, Toto, that is correct. They just need to kill that Mother Brain in the glass, and that will be the end. Both players having plenty of ammo in order to do that, and even without, even if they were having to fight Mother Brain 2, they got good beams in order to do that. And Sunwoo about to find this map room, but in a more roundabout way. Ooh, ice is a great find. That will definitely speed up Mother Brain 1. So Sunwoo's probably going to want to farm up some ammo here in between now and Mother Brain 1. Without ice, he's got just enough ammo to kill Mother Brain 1, and with a little bit of leeway, but not enough to kill the Zebatites and Mother Brain 1.
If you say so.
You know,
Do not doubt the woo.
No, I'm just saying he's just got to pick up some ammo. That's going to cost time. I don't.
This is correct.
Yeah.
So this is big from Sunwoo. So, what I was saying earlier, by the way, if you remember what I was mentioning about routing, Anthony, allow me to walk through this with you, even though I'm sure you know, but for the viewers. Criteria being the furthest area away is great. But the fact that you went and got the furthest area Metroids away, came back to loop into the Norfair Metroids, then you go back to the area where Mother Brain is in, it's better routing rather than go from Norfair to Criteria, back to Norfair, back to Mother Brain. You save 2 trips.
Oh, definitely. You got it spot on there.
Eddie, thank you for the raid. We appreciate it.
Yeah, welcome in, Raiders. I'm sure you're probably familiar with what's going on here if you're a watcher of Eddie's streams.
For those of you just coming in from the raid, this is sunwufarmer, the 21 seed versus the number negative 2000 seed. Andy? Oh, I'm sorry, I meant the number 12 seed, Andy. I'm just giving him a hard time. This has been really good. We have had Andy take game number 1 in double suit. This is Sunwoo's pick of Metroid objectives, and your remaining category is Gravity 9+1. So, Andy, with 3 of the 4 Metroid rooms down, all Sunwoo has to do is make his way back to Mother Brain. Where is he going?
I can't recall where Mother Brain was.
Oh, there was a double entrance here. Right. It was, it's a double Norfair entrance. Okay.
Oh, so he's... maybe he's a little confused himself? Or... Maybe he's just going to... Oh, he's going to take the ship refills, so he doesn't have to worry about that. That's smart.
Hunt. That's a good idea.
Yeah, that's good. That's a good move.
But you're allowing Andy to play catch-up. And if this comes down to movement and the escape, Sunwoo's leaving himself at a big disadvantage. Andy onto Metroid Room 2.
It's super close here.
Andy also somehow found Ice Beam.
So yeah, Andy's got plenty of ammo too, so he just needs to beeline it to Mother Brain and he'll be ready for...
Oh, this is going to be a fast escape. Sunwoo observing the map, finds Mother Brain. Sunwoo, you gotta go. Andy's sniffing your tail if you want this to go to game 3.
I think he's locked in. He saw his path. Starting to beautiful mind it.
Here we go. Chat, strap in. This is going to be a phenomenal finish to this second race.
Yeah, I mean, Andy's just breathing on the back of Sunwoo's neck here. Ooh, Sunwoo checking this major finally. That would have helped him out a little bit along the way. Not so much now.
Okay, all back for a drop. This is it. Here we go.
Yeah, about to say he's gonna want a little bit of health here. That going into that room with just first try Zeb's or gate glitch again.
He's got to be careful. This is gonna be a refill. Oh my goodness, this is gonna be a refill for Sunwoo. He doesn't
Not-
have the required ammo.
Oh yeah, he's just
It's-
barely.
Oh my, he's got 18. He's got the 18. What is this, Notori fight? How dare you do that?
So close. Come on. Oh, he gets it.
He did it! With the bare minimum ammo! Are you kidding me?
All right, Sunwoo. You just gotta lock in and get this escape, and he's got it.
Minute 30. Unreal. Well, the deciding one will be here. Gravity 9+1 in a race where anything can happen. I would give the advantage to Andy based on movement, obviously, in Gravity 9+1. But man, anything can happen, as we saw with this seed. Sunwoo's looking for those platforms, but in Map Rando, if you're not familiar, you're wondering why Sunwoo had space jump. It's because in Map Rando, once you get the hyper beam, any major you don't have immediately unlocks, and you just instantaneously get.
And one of the big reasons for that is that it's probably just easier to calculate the room times with all the items versus trying to calculate all the room times based on what these players have, or to like force the players to find those movement majors in order to get through everything. So I think it's a great decision on their part.
Andy also onto the escape. All Sunwoo has to do is reach the ship. He needs to get to the ship in this try through. If he has to reset, this game is over.
Oh,
But
there's
he's
no
at
way.
the
There's no way.
site, and he has done it. He's
Oh.
taken game 2 from Andy, and we are headed to a third and final decider game. Here in this best of 3, Andy is gonna finish this up. Can't blame him. Why not? You're right here. GG's to Sunwoo. GG's to Andy. Both racers winning their mode picks. Gravity 9+1 is up next.
And just great routing by Sunwoo here. It's like just everything worked out perfectly. A few little stumbles here and there, but that's expected. Yeah, he put on like you could tell the difference between game 1 and game 2 for him was just night and day. He really locked in the second race, and you can tell.
Yep, and the biggest factor in game 2 was going to wreck ship early. Just literally walking into Metroid room 3, or 1, or whatever room it was. And the other piece of it, Anthony, Criteria first, Norfair second, back to Mother Brain. Andy had done that, we could be looking at a completely different race. What a finish. Your official times for race number 2. Sunwoo finishes with an official time of 47 minutes and 49 seconds. Andy, 48 minutes, 56 seconds. What a finish. Game 3 is not going to disappoint. Game number 3. sunwufarmer versus Andy. Sunwoo, the 21 seed. Andy, the number 12 seed. This is for all the marbles. Winner of this goes on to face the winner of Zeb versus Logdrab. This is going to be a great seed. And then on tracking, Anthony on commentary. What be happening with you, Mr. Funnyman?
Yeah, so I'm super pumped for this one. So I think this is probably one of the most interesting of these settings. This gravity plus 9 E-tanks and 1 reserve. So our players start out with those items, and the logic takes all of that into account. So, you know, like they started in in that room there would 100% not be in normal logic with, you know, no starting items because you wouldn't be able to escape. So this kind of game type is 100% like, you know, how well can you get through these heated rooms? How well can you dodge damage from some of the higher damaging enemies, and just keep up without having to sit there and farm forever to get back into the race. And that's what we're going to see here. And at the same time, because you have 90 tanks and gravity, rooms like Everest here, or in a lot of these, you know, even big heated rooms are all on logic. So it really opens up the map, and there's a lot of possibilities of what can happen here.
Yeah,
so,
sorry, I don't mean to laugh, but it was key hunter after key hunter after key hunter. Granted, the green variation of the key hunters, but still. Both racers grabbing their morph, both racers grabbing some missiles. We'll see what happens. Very linear to get things started, nothing super crazy.
And no 49-minute morphs. Yep. Racers taking pretty similar routes here. As we can already see, like just like look at the difference in health between Sunwoo and Andy here. Even though they're pretty much tied in a lot of respects. You know, Sunwoo only having 4 E-tanks versus Andy's 6. And just those like little differences there can really add up when you have to make those run backs. Andy going for the slightly hard, you know, little gravity jump there to get up top, which is not in logic technically, but might you know end up being something good. Or unless I just saw something wrong. Anyway. Yeah, both of our racers kind of going towards the same place. Looks like the downwards elevator here is the logic. So
Are they both going to Federation In-N-Out Burger?
I don't know if they make those right now.
I mean, I don't know. The Federation seems like it's all over the place, and we get robotic ships that sound like Adam.
There you go. I could see Sunwoo going animal style here. I mean, to really finish this off.
Mm-hmm. We get double cheeseburgers for Sunwoo.
Yeah, you know, you might need to
food talk.
You might need to order off the secret menu to win this one. You know, like.
Mm-hmm. What would chat do if I didn't talk about food for a stream? I think they'd be wondering if I felt okay.
Or just a sigh of relief, one or the other.
That's also fair. No, that's when I don't do commentary and they could put their volumes back to a normal setting.
I still remember that one race where somebody was just like, "You're too loud. Can you turn down your voice or something?" Like, it hurts my ears.
That's every race. Thanks, NN. Wow. All right.
Ooh, so that reserve tank there, not what he wanted to see. E-tanks in these, like you'd think, oh, they don't need more E-tanks, but
no,
it could be
no more E. We have plenty of E already.
But it's a huge boon if you think about it. Like, look at how much health he has left. Imagine how long that would take to refill at like something like a room like this. I think Emmett has felt that pain at GDQ. You know, just sitting in a room and grinding a little bit of health for 10 minutes. And E-tank, you know, not a bad find overall in these settings either. Just from that, like, you know, not having to farm perspective.
Agreed. So now Sunwoo into Maze. Gotta be careful of those crabs.
Yeah, those crabs still do a lot of damage with one suit. For everyone who doesn't know, each suit reduces damage by half, so having both reduces it by a quarter. So those crabs do a healthy amount of damage without both suits. And same with those pink pirates there that Sunwoo almost ran into. That was a good dodge. Ooh, Andy getting hit. Ooh, that map room's a little mean. These Norfair starts are really annoying, honestly. I feel like every seed that I've been in that has a Norfair start, you just so many blind checks, so many places you can't get to. It's not a lot of fun. But
we've seen some brutal Norfair maps in general.
Oh yes. And we do find bombs there, right next to the map. That's a good sign.
An Ice Beam in Main Street. Ice Beam and bombs, double Main Street and Major.
You know, seeing that Ice Beam, it's like, well, I need speed for that. I'm probably gonna have to. Oh.
Fan-tune. Time to visit the space elephant yet again.
Yeah, that's not the worst thing to see. 10 and 15 missiles, both of our runners, but he could totally be behind that super door there.
Do it.
So
do it. Fan-tune behind the super door. Let's go.
Oh, Ridley! Ridley! That's not the boss they were expecting.
Let's go. The reaction from Andy was fantastic. Hi, Fan-tune.
Oh, that was great.
That is outstanding. And said it best. Oops, wrong boss.
Ooh. Sunwoo missing that personal round there.
But Sunwoo has 5 more missiles than Andy. Don't know if that's going to make a difference here. And Sunwoo getting the worst RNG. Andy, I think it's a fast for him.
And those missile drops were very kind. Someone gets those two. Okay.
Happy Fan-tune RNG. Slow. Down goes the Fan-tune for Andy. Oh, Sunwoo.
Another round for
Fast.
Sunwoo.
Maybe? Mid? Nope. Another slow. Oh.
That's mid.
Finish. Oh, so close. But yet so far.
Yeah. Fan-tune's got to have less than 400 health here.
Andy, go back and do Ridley. Watch all the bosses be here.
One missile short of making that one less round.
Crazy. So we got a major over a charge beam by Big Pink. We've got right sand pit major. A lot of miners over there. Criteria to the north. Andy's trying to figure out where he wants to go. This is a really tough spot here.
Yeah, I mean, obviously you want those bombs first.
Wreck ship Meridia 2. Chat.
Yeah.
We've got it. We could finally have massive divergence in this best of 3.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices to make here. That's a little scary. And you know, leaving behind that ice there too is not fun. But you know, what else are you gonna do? So
Sunwoo taking a good time to look at the map too. Sorry, Anthony, go ahead. But
no, you're good.
By there, supers.
Yeah, there. Like you know, it might be a good idea to go check out Criteria and make sure that you know you got the map there, but
you gotta go the long way back, Anthony.
Yeah, there's a lot of choices here. Well, we got ourselves another raid here. Welcome in, Raiders.
Welcome. If you're just tuning in or you're just joining from the raid, I'm WXFan21. He's Anthony on commentary, And then the superstar over on tracking. This is the number 21 seeded sunwufarmer versus the number 12 seeded Andy. Upper bracket, round 2 in the gold bracket. This is game number 3. This is for all the marbles. Winner advances to round 3. Loser drops to the lower bracket. There is plenty map rando to be played.
And our runners here, very, very close. I mean, just minuscule things being, the difference between their routes and everything. Samu has a little bit more missiles, but he's taken quite a bit more damage. If he finds a ammo or a health refill room or something like that, it'll kind of negate that little disadvantage he has. But other than that, he's definitely, moving along here. Is that some hands throwing up from Andy, or is going down the elevator by accident?
Did he make a whoopsie?
Yeah, I think he's deciding to go a different route. So, I think he thought that Torian was on the right there, but you have to go all the way around and go to Torian from the left, from the right rather.
Somebody in chat says he likes elevator rides. Okay.
Yeah. I've been watching too much Final Destination lately. I don't trust elevators.
Into criteria goes Mr. Andy.
Looks like Sunwoo as well. Definitely not a bad play. The only issue is they do not have power bombs, so they cannot explore too much more of this map potentially. Oof. I mean, he could definitely get out. I mean, he can explore more here.
I'm just gonna say, some commentator, not gonna say who, said that there was a ton of miners over by Aqueduct, including a sandpit major. But no, none of the racers want to listen to the commentator.
Ooh, speed. Well, look at that high five there. He's super close race.
So, my first thought is neither racer are ever going back for Ice Beam.
Yeah,
Ever.
It's kind of looking unlikely. I mean, there's a lot of connections in there, but it's pretty far out of the way compared to.
There were no connections on the west side of.
Yeah, exactly.
None. They're all on the east side.
Yep. So yeah, I totally agree with that. And no power bombs. I mean, WX, I don't always agree with things that you say about Metroid logic, but I think checking those miners here is 100% the right move. Because when you don't have supers and power bombs, there's so many rooms that you're locked out of.
And no power bombs to get to Aqueduct, though, which means logical PBs are probably there in Big Pink.
Yeah, and then there's also another major there too. That does seem kind of like the right move. Someone needing to be a little careful right here. Doesn't have a missile to kill these guys. Takes a little bit of damage. He's a crab or two away from death.
Andy into Big Pink, or I guess in this case Big Rock, with this tile set. What?
There we go.
Okay, I don't know what that logically unlocks.
There was definitely some super doors around. I didn't quite see where they connected.
Then that means logically we need to head to Torian.
Either way, Andy, going with your catchphrase, I'll let you say it.
Save early, save often. So we got double Torian, Wreck Ship, Meridia, and criteria.
Sunwoo not going for the save.
This is a make or break one for Sunwoo.
Okay, so there could be a good item there, but with that much health, you got 2 spike hits. If you mess up, that's game over. So he at the very least wants to take. Just a reserve here. The 3 Musketeers. Yeah, and here we go. Here's what I was talking about earlier. Being able to get through all these rooms without taking a whole lot of damage. Sunwoo having to farm to make up for the damage that he's taken. So, over what Andy does. So Andy here is just able to tank these spike hits, find his power bombs. That's huge. It's gonna put Andy in a decent lead because Sunwoo, yes, with the health he has, he's gonna be able to comfortably go check that item. But man, I wouldn't feel comfortable exploring any new areas with as much health as he has, because you're gonna run into a series of hell runs that are gonna shut you down if you don't have the right amount of health. Someone who sees that open circle too. I don't know if he's gonna make kind of the same mistake that Andy did. Yep, it looks like. Oh no, never mind. So, how was your Thai food?
Well, it's delicious. Thank you for asking.
Good to hear.
How was your food?
I haven't eaten it yet. I don't multitask. I fully lock in on these. I give full respect to our runners, like unlike some people,
Soup. Missiles. Space jump. Nice find.
Oh yeah, space jump. Space jumps definitely speeds up just overall everything, unlocks that can fly. Obviously morph bombs kind of gives that can fly as well, but it's just so slow. Having that comfort there is really big.
This definitely is comfort for Andy. My opinion.
And I think Sunwoo's going to be looking for that health refill room right there after finding the space jump and power bombs that Andy found. I don't think Sunwoo has quite enough health to get the refill room that Andy just did. Oh man, that's that's a nice little strat there. Oof, yeah. Someone kind of needed those drops. I think this is too little, too late. Yeah, he's gonna have to reset. And I think that's putting Andy in a pretty comfortable lead here.
Mm-hmm. Sunwoo's going for it.
This is just the pre-Mother Brain room, though, right? Yeah. He's gonna farm these guys. Oh, nope. No.
They farmed him!
Yeah, this is 100% going back to what I was saying about just making sure you have enough health to handle some of these unknowns in these settings. Honestly, that room to the right there of Aqueduct connects to that health refill. complete oversight from Sunwoo here, not grabbing that. Oh yeah, totally a nice try, Caffeine. But I think this is the wrong move. What he's doing right now.
Hang on. Spore spawn. Yes, required Spospo. You're welcome.
Yeah, that reminds me of the marathon run I'm going to be doing with my buddy Pork. Spore spawn is required for the route that we're taking, but that'll happen sometime later in this month.
Means you need to go follow Anthony's Twitch stream to go find out more about that run.
But Sunwoo makes it. Make me look like a fool for doubting him.
Wah, 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 wah.
Yes, Andy making very quick work of getting to wreck ship and starting to look for that elusive map.
The best thing Sunwoo could do here is leave wreck ship alone. Get to Meridia as quick as possible, and check the Meridia map ASAP. There's a good chance that wreck ship has nothing. We've already seen Fantoon. We've already seen Ridley. Best case scenario for Sunwoo is he routes in the other two bosses.
Yeah, that would be absolutely huge as he listens to you and goes straight to Meridia. Finding charge, huge.
Oh my gosh. Charge!
I mean, he definitely wants another beam.
Red ship has nothing!
Oh.
Double majors though?
If one of those is
look at the face on
Plasma
Andy.
or Varia, I mean...
Look at the face on Andy, not happy about that.
Yeah, that's... I mean, of course, Sunwoo could decide to, after Meridia to go straight to wreck ship, but if he decides not to, it could be pretty huge. And one thing to think about in these settings too is what do you need personally as a runner to finish off Ridley? They got plenty of energy.
Bribes. You need bribes. Ridley likes bribes. Ridley likes, I hear, corn. Fresh baked
the band
Samus.
or the food?
Fresh baked Samus. Hello, Dragon and Mother Brain. I'm leaving Meridia right now if I'm Sunwoo. I'm heading right to Criteria.
Yeah, that's the smart move.
Because you can route in
You can go back
right before Mother Brain.
Yeah, that's 100% the play. He has a pretty comfortable fight against Dragon right now, but Andy finds Plasma. Once he goes to Meridia, he's gonna find that charge as well. That's a tough one to decide. Like what move is better? Plasma is huge, especially considering the fact that our runners here have very little supers. That just having that, okay, I got one of the best beams that I need for beating Mother Brain here. Probably going to put him on more of a major hunt at this point. So I think I'm going to expect Andy to kind of check out more of these majors and for that matter, Sunwoo as well, finding charge.
So the question is going to, the best case scenario for Andy is he gets Varia's suit here.
Oh yeah, that'll make even with just charge Plasma super easy.
Ooh, okay, screw attack. We don't say no to screw attack.
No, it's always a solid thing to find.
So Plasma's definitely big. Even Eddie agrees. Ice is the main straight speed locked item. Again, neither racer we're going to go back for that. And Sunwoo did in fact head into the wreck ship.
So yeah,
makes sense. It's right there.
Any sort of time advantage that Sunwoo gained from skipping it at this point is kind of looking a little you know, not happening, I guess.
Nope. And it's gonna depend where Sunwoo wants to go. Does he want to do this? He is.
Okay.
Andy's still out in the lead. And that means Twitch Jack gets to see another sports spawn fight.
Spo or the Spo or however you want to pronounce. Oh.
Oh, ouch. This is race nerves right now, in my opinion, getting the Sunwoo. And
Okay.
Andy, for that matter.
Oh, he finds the charge. Oh, yeah. I think he's starting to probably feel a little bit better about his decision making. Maybe thinking like, oh man, Sunwoo probably already got charge and is already off to somewhere else besides wreck ship.
Where? Oh, 10,000 IQ play here from Andy?
Okay.
Is he going for Ridley?
I mean, he's got a lot of health. He's got screw attack. 10 supers is kind of edging on like, I don't know about
Oh, wait
this.
a minute. Excuse me. I take that back. The racers could get Ice Beam. If they wanted to go back the long way. If they wanted to go the short way through Norfair, they gotta go through, you see it there, Metal Pirates Cathedral. And then that other big room there to head right back to Ridley. So, Ridley is out of the way. Hey, Anthony, I'm starting to think that Andy doesn't have any fans in Twitch chat. They've all gotten very quiet or have left. We have any Andy fans in Twitch chat?
Somebody here must like Zelda, right?
I love it.
There's some nimpugs.
Any Sunwoo fans in the house? Okay, apparently Anthony's turned into a puppy. Ah, there we go. Any fans of both?
Yeah, Andy got me into that Oats and Andy SMZ3 or what multi-world is what got me into randos. So I am definitely a fan of both.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Oats and Goats is what got me involved in this entire crazy world. Instead of speedrunning, Metroid Prime 1 randomizer tournaments, what got me involved in commentating this stuff. That was back in 2023. And the rest is history. So Andy heading back to Ridley. I'm fans of both of these racers. sunwufarmer, the young up-and-comer. Andy, one of the more experienced rando players. If you've never heard of sunwufarmer, you sure have now.
Oh, he's putting up an amazing fight. And I 100% wouldn't be where I'm at today without him. So, like you said, a little bit of bias here, but you know, we can take care of those things as commentators.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Data Plet coming in with the mid Ridley CF. That'd be something to see. Nice short charge. Yep, definitely going for that ice beam. That's gonna pump his damage up for Ridley quite a bit, and also obviously help with getting to Mother Brain. And I'm guessing he's looking for some sort of refill here besides that health. But oh yeah, he's gonna take damage from here. Use the CF and then refill at that ammo station right there. And he has like the perfect amount of health. That was awesome. If he took another hit, he would have been dead. But so Andy does not have his reserves turned on to auto. It would be kind of quote unquote funny to see the Ridley fight coming down to him having forgot to do that.
So Sunwoo's also going to get plasma. Oh, never mind. Screw attack.
Yeah,
Sunwoo never went for plasma.
Sunwoo just running into a little too many problems here. Just, you know.
So for those of you who... sorry, Anthony.
There you go.
For those of you that have never seen sunwufarmer race, one, now you have. Two, he has been doing a lot of different types of randos. But both Anthony and sunwufarmer compete in the SM Rat seasons over on Speedrunners Arena. sunwufarmer is a former champion. Anthony is the current champion. So these both of them, you'll see Anthony versus Aussie tomorrow. That SpeedGaming channel is to be determined. They haven't been assigned yet. But these are two really good racers. Young up-and-comers going up against the likes of an Andy, Aussie. We saw how Toaster even held his own against Nitro the other day. So definitely something if you're interested in what you've seen from Sunwoo and Andy. Make sure you give them a follow, !R in the Twitch chat. Give them a follow. !C if you want to follow the commentary and tracking team. That's where you'll find the link to Anthony to follow. ! SMRMC to follow along with the tournament and to join the Discord. If you want to follow along with the bracket, that's !bracket. And now Sunwoo headed on over to Ridley as well. Andy with a good Ridley fight.
Yeah, that was super clean. Didn't die from no commentator curse there. Not having his reserves enabled. And he going for another CF here, it looks like, to get nice and refilled. Yeah, I mean, I feel like in a lot of these map randos, people kind of underestimate the helpfulness of having the right amount of health going into things. You know, I think they skip farms a little too often. Like when one appears to you, I feel like it's a very strong move to just go ahead and refill when you need to. Let's see, what's he doing there? But yeah, at this point, taking down Ridley, screw attack, plasma, space jump, there's not really any rooms that are going to really slow Andy down despite not having Vario. So
nothing at all.
I think at this point, it's just finding the rest of the bosses and getting to Mother Brain. That's all that's going through his head right now.
Ode says in Twitch chat, Andy looks tired right now. Well, Andy did do a Link to the Past randomizer, either a seed or a race, right before this best of 3, and this has gone all 3. So it's been a long day of playing video games for Andy, and racing, man, that's just completely different than hanging back and playing seed.
Yeah, and then I think they're like 3.5 hours apart, and it looked like the Link to the Past rando was not like a straight vanilla kind of a race, so there wasn't a whole lot of time in between. Yeah, 6 hours. You know, maybe even more if you did some warm up for the Link to the Past. So that's a rough day in anyone's book. But finding this nice little map room here.
Mm-hmm. Nothing in criteria, except the ship. And you're not going out of your way for a West Ocean major.
Yeah, even for Varia, there's just no shot.
All Varia is in this mode is nice to have. That's it. The damage reduction is nice, but still, it's just go.
Yeah, and then a reminder that Mother Brain and Dragon are right next to each other, so the real thing that we're looking for right now is Kraid. Looks like Samu kind of following in Andy's footsteps here, grabbing ice, and he's got 30 supers, so I feel like he's probably feeling pretty comfortable against Ridley as well. Might want to get a little bit more health. He's never ran RBO, so he might not be quite as comfortable with the Ridley fight as Andy is.
Charge Ice Spacer is nice. It's not a lot of damage. But you have 30 supers. Andy only had 15.
Yeah, I think Samu, as long as he doesn't get hit by the body of Ridley, I think he should be fine here.
Way to shove your arm cannon right in Ridley's mouth, Sunwu.
But that was one miss super, which, oh, and a tail hit. Not.
Oop. That's two miss supers.
2 hits of the tail, some fire.
He's in trouble.
Yeah,
That's
3
not enough.
supers. Yeah, that's a reset.
The purpose of this format of the tournament is to show you all a bunch of different racers. Anyone can win at any given time. And on top of that, by the way, we have 3 brackets, gold, silver, and bronze, which was a genius idea by Eddie, Aussie, and Nevdi. So all players of all different skill sets, there will be 3 winners. A winner of the gold bracket, a winner of the silver bracket, and a winner of the bronze bracket. It's genius.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking forward to being in more than just 2 or 3 rounds in this tournament.
For what it's worth, and this is a pretty fun fact, Sunwu is the first racer in upper bracket round 2 to take a race mode off of a top seed. Every top seed is won so far in round 2. Sunwu is the first one to force a game 3 in round 2.
And I 100% called that and told him that he was going to win at least one. I just kind of hype up my buddy. Yeah.
I mean, we all
I knew
know
he had it in him.
2-0 Aussie tomorrow. I mean, if chat thinks Eddie's washed, I mean, no, I'm kidding.
I'm just gonna kind of have to hope that organizing all these restreams and everything has Aussie a little tired.
I don't know. He won the community waste by 12 minutes.
Yeah, I'm not too hopeful. That's
Sunwu's close here on this Ridley fight, but is in a lot of trouble.
That hit there just kind of spelt it.
I don't think he had it anyway. I think it would have been close.
It would have been close, but yeah, that body hit was just like a nope.
Yep. So this is a East Ocean to Coliseum connector, which is pretty cool. We appreciate all of you that are watching this live. We appreciate all of you that are watching this on YouTube. We appreciate all of you that have been hanging out with us in Twitch chat, hanging out, relaxing, just kind of enjoying this best of 3. Again, this is the first best of 3 in round 2 that has gone to a 3rd game. So, shoutouts to Sunwoo for being able to do that. I'll go into what your next games are. After that, oh no, excuse me. Techno Waffle was the first one to take a game off of Nevdi.
Is that the 49-minute morph?
Right. That's right. My apologies. So Sunwoo's the second. Waffle was the first. That was the 49-minute morph seed for Nevdi. Poor Nevdi. Nevdi morph!
Oh, so close for Sunwoo. He missed a few supers there. It's gonna be super tight. Oh, Ridley just not cooperating.
Yep. And this is some things that you do encounter in Map Randomizer. Whether it's a low-end Dragon fight, any kind of low-end boss fight for that matter. If you haven't done it, it's definitely tough.
And especially Ridley. I mean, Ridley is like notorious for any vanilla player, casual player. They are like put to their absolute limits just fighting him with, you know, tinny tanks, Varia gravity, plasma charge, everything. They're still put at their ropes, and see these people do it without a suit and definitely without a full beam combo. It's you know, it's not an easy fight.
Nope. So, again, folks, we appreciate all of you hanging out here with us. This has been a fantastic best of 3. Nevdi Techno Waffle Game 3 still to be scheduled. And then we've got Nito versus Loptier Game 2 tomorrow, 5:30 p.m. Eastern. Anthony versus Aussie Best of 3 tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Tonight we have one more game on SpeedGaming 4, Mo versus his Beardness, midnight Eastern. and Tickles got your own commentary for that. Mo versus his Beardness games 2 and 3 tomorrow night, midnight and 1 a.m. Friday morning. And then Nito Loptia's on Friday, game 3. Tony T. Young versus Jay Misha, best of 3. Saturday's already getting absolutely loaded.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be probably one of the bigger weeks. Now that we got the higher seed people also involved in these races. Last week was kind of like, you know, your 17 or 18 seed and higher kind of trying to fight towards, you know, the second round gold match. But now that those people in the loser brackets also having matches and these you know, higher seeds, it's super packed.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I see the comments in chat. I appreciate that. I'm glad you've been enjoying the commentary. I do what I can to bring some light, some funny, excitement, play-by-play, everything at once. Sunwoo still struggling with this Ridley fight. He's got to know it's probably over at this point.
Yeah, it's super disheartening. Like maybe one death, you're just like, okay, I probably, you know, have a chance here still. But after that many attempts, it's just,
yep,
it's got to be painful. It becomes
practice.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had a great time calming and stealing all of your ideas, and you know, it makes me a better commentator as well.
This is what I want to do professionally for a career. So, love bringing my brand of casting and commentary to the SM community. It's my second favorite game of all time. Definitely my favorite franchise of all time. Oh my goodness, chat with the copium already.
So we just need 6 missiles here. He should have it. Yep, Ridley is definitely dead.
Good job, Sunwoo. Oh, Ridley!
Go.
That was mean. Question in chat, what's my favorite game of all time? Earthbound.
How competitive is the Earthbound speedrunning community? I imagine it's
No idea.
Imagine
I
it's
didn't think
somewhat.
that game could be speedrun. Until I actually watched one and I'm like, they literally beat the game in 3 hours. That's insane. Glitchless, of course.
Oh man, yeah.
That game is, I don't think, was ever intended to be speedrun.
But, you know, you have people speedrunning like, you know, 100% DK64 and Final Fantasy 7 and stuff. Like, some of those games, I don't know how people have like the perseverance just to like do a single run in a night. It's insane.
It is crazy. And the reason Earthbound is my favorite game is not only is the game just utterly amazing. My mother and I used to play it together when I was a kid. We'd have the Earthbound guidebook. She'd take notes in the corners, and we just had so much fun with it. So just a lot of great. It's not only just an amazing game, but a lot of fun memories as well.
And I think that's with any sort of like retro game speedrunner. That's a huge part of it. Like with Metroid, me and my best friends, you know, 5 or 6 years old, just, you know, staying up drinking Coca-Cola and eating pizza and trying to beat Super Metroid. It's like a huge part of that.
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, I told my mother, I'm like, I called her after I learned that apparently people actually speedrun Earthbound. I'm like, Mom, I just found out that people actually speedran Earthbound. They're like, what? Like, we spent hours on that game trying to beat it. I'm like, I know. People have only done it in a couple hours.
And you're getting a pretty nice microwave kill without wave
nice.
there.
We haven't seen Grapple once yet this best of 3.
That's interesting. Yeah, we haven't. No pants rooms trolling us or anything like that.
Yeah. I thought we had one pants room. I could be wrong.
I mean, I don't think it locked anything progressive, at least.
Who needs to wear pants anyway? Right, remote workers? I'm kidding.
I mean, I'm not.
Hey, now.
I'm wearing shorts.
There you go. Technically pants.
I guess British, you know, phrasing of pants. Definitely wearing those. Yes, Andy, right next to the Mother Brain room, on the left side. Mother Brain loves being at the top of this room.
It's got to feel good for Anthony to, not Anthony, for Sunwoo Anthony, that he was able to get the Ridley kill, knowing that, hey, I can do it. And again, it's practice at that point. What was it, his 4th or 5th attempt?
Yeah, and I'm gonna like pressure him to learn the RBO kill, because that's just, you know, it teaches you so much about how Ridley works and everything. So I don't think our next opponent can count on Sunwoo making the same mistake. So
no,
he'll be ready next time.
He learns his mistakes and gets better.
And it's so fast. He's so fast at learning like the new techniques and everything. It's insane.
Yep, here we go. It's time for the Mother Brain 2 fight, and then Andy will make his way over to the ship. All right, chat, get your predictions in. How long is the escape timer gonna be? lot of high predictions coming in
Yeah.
already. A lot of over 2-minute predictions.
If I'm remembering correctly, I think Criteria's connected to Norfair, and Meridia's a little far away. It's definitely going to be higher than I'm gonna guess higher than 2 minutes.
I would agree with that. I think 225. Because they're in the they're northeast Meridia. They have to get out west, go through that crazy Norfair map, into Crateria. The ship is nowhere near the Crateria entrance.
225.
I win! I win!
Definitely some good guesses there in chat.
Let's see. Mo wins. Who else wins?
Man,
Oh,
Mo got it
just
on the
Mo and
dot.
We win, Mo.
So October 8, yeah, you can have super close ships to Mother Brain, like within. I think I've seen like a 15-second timer before. So yeah, there's no guarantee on the distance or anything like that.
All right, if you enjoyed this best of 3, let's see some thumbs up in chat before you get your GGs in chat. What a best of 3. Shout outs to Sunwoo for not giving up. And again, in any race, never, ever give up until you see your opponent finish, because you never know where they're at.
Putting up a great fight, 12th seed versus the 21st seed. It's going into that as the underdog, it's a little disheartening, but just to see him still going and trying even after that, death for death at Ridley. It's really great to see.
Mm-hmm.
All those great thumbs up.
We'd love to see it. We're glad you all had a good time. We hope all of you that have watched throughout this best of 3 have enjoyed the commentary. Big shout out to NN on tracking. Shout out to Anthony co-commentating with me here. But it is going to be Andy who is going to be moving on into upper bracket round 3. Andy might have been sweating this one, because not only did it go to a third mode, but you think of how game 2 went. You think of how crazy this map was. If it's like, okay, Sunwoo could be right behind me. He could be on the escape timer too, coming off a Link to the Past race. Like, this is several hours of racing, not just having fun casual seeds, but racing. And there it is. Andy defeats Sunwoo 2 games to 1. GG's to Andy and GG's to Sunwoo. What an amazing best of 3. And now it's time for a little post-game interview with our racers. Again, while we wait for them to get in here, !R on the Twitch chat. Go give the racers a follow. What a heck of a race. !C to follow the commentary and tracking teams. If you want to follow along with the bracket, that's !bracket. And Line just put it in there, !SMRMC. Folks, if you have enjoyed this stream, and if you all want to be able to participate and volunteer, whether you want to do comms and or tracking, definitely join the Discord. Go to the Tourney info channel. The sign-up link is there. Saturday is absolutely loaded with racing. We could use as much help as possible. So if you want to volunteer, come and volunteer. And we are joined by our winner. What's up, Andy? GG's.
GG's.
What a best of 3. We'll wait for Sunwoo to come on in here as well.
How you guys doing tonight?
We're doing fantastic after that race.
It
That was a great match.
was amazing.
It's like someone's typing something up here. Oh.
Oh, jeez. He left his headset at work. Oops. So, no post-game interview from Sunwoo because he can't hear us.
Well, GG's, Sunwoo. Was a pleasure. My fellow quad rando compadre.
That's right.
Yeah.
Those
We should have
squad
just done that
randos look
instead.
like a ton
Would
of
have
fun.
taken maybe the same amount of time.
Yeah.
But yeah, these were interesting seeds. I fumbled early game pretty hard, game 2. Which was a bummer. Other than that, I think I played pretty well.
Yeah, dude, you did super excellent. I guess like the main thing with game 2 is just not seeing that W on the map. I think that was like one of the big determining factors on that second game there.
Well, it was that and routing, right? Like, and Anthony and I talked about this at length, but the second game where we saw a Metroid room in, I want to say it was Norfair, and then a Metroid room in Criteria. Sunwoo went Criteria, Norfair, Mother Brain. Andy, you went Norfair, Criteria, Mother Brain. And you guys were neck and neck the entire time they were in game 2.
Yeah, I was just pretty slow to like the progression of things, I think, in game 2. A lot of resetting. When I shouldn't have, probably. I think it was like to get power bombs. Power bombs locked like everything in Seed 2, I think. Yeah, Seed 1 could have been really bad because I didn't see Wreck Ship. And it ended up being fine. I just had to like go through full halfy room like 6 times instead of 2. But yeah, with Fantoon still being like, if all the rest of the bosses had been in Wreck Ship or something, that would have been really bad. Yeah, I actually don't know if I scrolled down my map far enough to even see the W. I don't think I noticed the elevator at all. So yeah, I got the Fantoon map, I think, and then didn't see Ridley anywhere, and I was like, uh-oh.
Yeah, that's always the worst feeling. It's like, what am I missing?
But yeah, these were fun seeds. You know, I thought about banning Metroids because that, I don't know. I feel like the worst seeds I get with these 5 are just Metroids. Which is funny because it needs like the least amount of requirements out of all of the seeds. But yeah, double suits was fun. This one was pretty fun. Lots of like huge heated rooms, just like right off the rip, which was really funny.
Yeah, and a huge thing with those is like just being able to move through those heated rooms with taking minimal damage. It like really sets you ahead, and that was one thing that kind of put you ahead of Sunwoo. That whole race was just having a bit more health and being a bit more comfortable, and not having to farm or anything like that. You did a really good job of keeping up your health at a healthy level to get through any sort of hell runs that were going to come by.
Yeah, knowing where all the refill stations are, because like you don't want to farm 9 tanks of health if you have to. So like keeping track of where all the refill stations are is like even ammo. Like once you get CF ammo, you just use the ammo stations as refill stations too. So, yeah, that's super important without Varia.
Yeah, and then speaking of that, like great Ridley fight there on that last race, first try and everything. That I think Sunwoo died maybe 4 or 5 times trying to kill Ridley with 30 supers and everything. But no plasma, so it.
Yeah, pulling that plasma out of Wreck Ship like felt bad because it was pretty far away. But I was like, I guess I'll keep I think I had like 10 supers at the time, maybe 15, and I was like,
I think you
plasma
had
will
10.
probably come in handy since I feel like I'm not going to hit ammo, and then charge was 1 extra room into Meridian. I was like, well, see ya. Went straight back, and I was like, I should have plenty. Like, I guess I'll grab this reserve at Key Hunter, or a Franker Z missile, I guess, on my way just to get a little extra buffer, but I was probably fine with like 10 plus 1.
Yeah, you had me a little worried there that you didn't have your reserves on auto, and
yeah, same. I got picked up. I was like, I should be fine. And then damaging down so I could CF before and after, since I had to go through like 6 heated rooms to get back to Ridley the fast way, I guess. I was like, man, I have no idea how much any of the damage this stuff does without Varia suit, because I don't, I try not to take damage from the pirates. And so I was like, well, let's just stand here and see how much they do.
That happened to be like just enough. I definitely commented on that. And then there's that fish on that other CF. You're just like, I think I can hit this fish and be okay.
I knew I could hit. I didn't think I could hit the crab again. I'm pretty sure the crabs were doing 60. And so I was like, the fish should be good. But yeah, it was fun.
All right, with that, anything else to say from you, Andy?
No, GG's again, Sunwoo. Sorry, you can't be here to chit chat. And thank you both for calming. Dude, 3 hours of SM map random comment
after almost 6 hours of racing?
Yeah, 2 tournament races, or Link to the Past rando tournament race today might have been not a smart decision as well. But it's
what settings were on that? I'm just curious.
It was like co-op, enemizer. Lots of this was much more like I could kind of turn my brain off and play a video game compared to yelling item locations at my co-op partner for an hour and a half. But yeah, let's see. Let's take a look at this bracket, shall we? I play the winner of Zeb and Logdrab. Well, Zeb's washed, so
yeah.
Wow.
Call out.
Lobdrag's taking that one for sure.
The reigning, defending, inaugural champion washed?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear that, Eddie? You're not the only one who's washed.
Eddie's just lucky that I messed up at the escape at GDQ. Otherwise, Map Rando would be in shambles. Yeah, being, Oats, Paf, Zeb, Lynx, Nito, Eddie on my side of the bracket, unfortunately. It's gonna be a little tough, but it should be good. I'm excited. Whoever I end up racing.
Yeah, it's been fun. Andy, that was a fun one to call. And I get nothing else. Anthony, final thoughts from you before I get us on out of here.
Just thanks for our racers for putting on a great show. Thanks for everyone watching. Thanks for Aussie, Eddie, and Evdy for putting on this great tournament. And check out my race tomorrow with Aussie around the same time as this one, an hour later. But that's it for me.
Also washed,
I was gonna say also washed.
The community race, just beating people by like 12 minutes, and it's washed.
Let's say he joined the SMZ3 tournament and he got like 18th in the async qualifier. So how good can he really be?
I mean,
shots fired.
He didn't win the weekly that's happening literally right now in 37 minutes.
Yeah.
It'll be
I love
fine.
it. I absolutely love it. All right.
Yeah, GG's,
For
guys.
GG's, Andy. For sunwufarmer, Andy, Anthony, and NN, I'm WXFan21 saying we'll see you next mission.